Hello and welcome to Minecraft! We are here on a brand new server! This is Feed the Beast! Okay, it's not a brand new server. The level 10 at the bottom of my screen is probably the biggest giveaway of that. This is the Button Mash server. This server has been up and running for somewhere around 6 weeks at this point. We have been playing on it. We've done a fair bit. I hadn't planned on doing a series with it, but my buddy on the server, WolfBladeX34, who's also starting up a YouTube channel, is doing some Minecraft, well, Feed the Beast stuff. So I figured, why not join him? It's a lot of fun. I spend a lot of my time playing this, so might as well show you guys what I'm doing. So yeah, this ain't a new server. I got my long fall boots from Portal. They prevent fall damage. I have my quantum suit leggings, which are incredibly expensive, and they let me run incredibly fast. I've got a jetpack and a nanosuit helmet, which is actually just an electric iron helmet, really. I've got a lightsaber, which isn't actually that hard to make. The usual old tools, torches, of course, and food, and there we go. Okay, I'm equipped. So, yeah, well, the starting out bit on any new server is boring as anything, and I don't think anyone really wants to sit and watch me doing mining for 3 hours or what have you. So yeah, we just skipped out the first 6 weeks of the server, and boom! Let's head over and see what's going on. This is basically going to be a little bit of a server tour, just to show you what's what on the server. So if we head over this way, past the floating islands and chunks that haven't loaded. Come on, chunks. That's a lot of unloaded chunks. Come on. You can do better than this. I know you can. Little server straining under the force of having to load chunks. My God. It's a pretty poor effort, server. Improve. Now, this isn't supposed to be a... This is Green Hills biome. Wolfblade's gone completely crazy to town with fir saplings. I gave him a load on the idea that he would use it for biofuel, because that's something he's been doing, and he's gone crazy and made some sort of fir forest out of it, and it looks insane. It looks completely unrealistic. I'm not a fan of it, but it's his area. I'm off elsewhere. So yeah, this is obviously where we started out. First village we found, stumbled across a little certificate village. Let's head inside and find where there are some beds, because it's dark and scary. There's one in here, this'll do me. This is someone entirely else's bed, but he's not on the server very often, so I'm going to take the opportunity to use it. And he got himself in a dirt repaired apiarist village's house. Yeah, stuffs. So yeah, the village has been well lived in and is in something of a state of disrepair. This needs fixing up. This does need a little bit of love and attention, and one day when I'm feeling a bit bored and or OCD, I might do that. Yeah, got holes in the farms missing. Yeah, this just needs someone to go around with all the relevant blocks and clean up the creeper holes. Now this is my enchantment house. This is my doing. Da 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 da. Nothing terribly spectacular except for the floors and them. They're cool. These are what you make out of Zycraft, which means when you go mining you'll find blocks called Zycorium, and I know a lot of people can't figure out what they're for and absolutely hate them. Well, quite frankly, Zycraft is a incomplete mod. At the minute, it just makes decorative blocks. I think they are intended to be functional later on. Oh, this is where the guy's been getting his power from. I had wondered. He's got a little bat box in his base, and I was wondering where the power source was. This is it. Oh, right. He's got 3 solar panels up here. That's cool. Yeah, Zycorium makes pretty blocks. Doesn't do anything else much yet, but I like making them because they're pretty. So, yeah, this is where everyone was living for a while. Everyone sort of dispersed a bit. You may notice some islands in the background. I'll get to those shortly. Now this is... I'm going to show you Wolfblade's base first before mine, because He does all the crazy redstone stuff. I don't even begin to know how that works. I know there's plenty of people can do that. I'm not one of those people. I can't make that happen. We have a brain in the jar, which I donated to him, and he's surrounded with fire and brimstone and stuff. And we nicknamed him Brian. He's Brian the Brain. I don't know what the fire and brimstone's about. He just wanted to make him look evil. He's not that evil. He just makes a lot of creepy noises. Damn you, Brian. So, as my frame rate drops, we can see this monumental chasm down here. That's a full 64 by 64 quarry that never actually made it down to bedrock. He turned it off before it got there. And here is his insane sorting system. We've got 5 barrels of marble, which aren't really full, 5 barrels of gravel, 5 barrels all completely full of cobble and of dirt. Oh, not quite completely full, but mostly full of dirt. So that's the majority of what's come out of that thing, and some void to dispose of the extras. Honestly, I would have stuck that in a recycler, but he thinks he makes too much of it. I say no such thing as too much scrap. This is where all his Vis type, Formcraft type things come out. How the hell has his mine picked up minium? Where's that come from? I think he uses this as a sorter as well as it's not just the quarry feeds into this. I think it's all this stuff feeds into there. Viz shards, Viz, really? Quartz, bees. Oh, he gave me all his bees. He doesn't have any bees anymore. I'm the man who's doing bees on the server. Got all his ores. Tungsten. How much tungsten have you got? Bloody hell, that's a lot of tungsten. If only we had some way of converting it into diamonds, that would be 120 diamonds. Under EMC terms, if we're talking equivalent exchange 2. Was that just me? I did some footstep. I heard footsteps somewhere. Have we like got sheep above us, or is there someone else here? Oh yeah, that was my little joke. I put like 3 ender chests stacked inside each other in there. I think he's taken them now. Yeah. So this is he's just got this colossal sorting thing, and meat goes in the end, obviously. I think most of these will be empty. He spends more time sorting stuff than doing anything else, I think. So we head down here. There's his nether portal. My frame rate doesn't like recording all his insane amount of stuff. Plus, geez, that hurts to look at. I may need to install Optifine on this if I'm going to start recording seriously. So this is his power generation. He's got 3 rows of 64 water mills submerged in water, all connected to bat boxes, all running to 1 MFSU. Is that number going up? Not quite, is it? I think it's ever so it is slowly draining. He's using slightly more power than he's making. Oh well, it's not my problem. Yeah, I think he's hoping to use this to solve the problem. He's got a biogenerator and he's got loads of crazy. Well, you can see him over there. We've got farms going on. So, then wiring everywhere, pipes. So many pipes. So very many pipes. Secret routes and staircases all over the friggin' place. Here's wheat. Wheat doesn't seem to be being farmed. This is his new baby. This is sugarcane. Has he got? I think he's got 2 farms set up here adjacent to each other. Yes, there's a gap there. There's a second farm. It's all being piped over here. Goes through a crafting table to make plant balls. Plant balls go into compressors. Compressors feed into fermenters. And the fermenter, where does this go? This pipes out here. Yeah, there we go. We've got some green goop going that way, which is biomass. Where is this going? It goes up along here. And how many buckets of biomass has he got? 719 buckets of biomass. I've got an iron tank in my house. At 719, it's more than full. His is like not even 1 block high. This is a crazy tank he's got going on here. It's massive. I couldn't fit that one in my house. And it's just, what? Switch on sand? Okay. Why not? Why not indeed? And that's, where's that go? That's to pump it out. I think he was, I don't know if he was thinking of refining it somewhere. So yeah, then that goes into, no, where is this biomass going? Oh no, that's coming out. Oh, I can't figure out where all this stuff goes. So then that goes along here. Where's this going? I can't, oh. There's just holes in his base. Oh my god. I hate everything this man builds. Can I just say that? I hate everything this man builds. Where, how do I get back up? This is like... Where am I and how do I get back to where I came from? This is... I'm now lost. I've managed to get myself... Oh, hang on. Was it this side? Does it need to be this side? No. Where is the rest of his base? I've just fallen down a hole and ended up in this massive chasm. Wow. Oh, there he is. There's where I needed to be. Can I have a torch? Let's have a torch so I can just see what's actually going on in here. And that goes... Where? I have no idea what this guy's got going on. This is nuts. It's just machines for miles. The guy just likes building machines to power the same machines. I don't know. This is... Now I need to find my way out. Is the other thing. Now I think if I head along here, I can... This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to fly up. Right, let's get out of here. Out of here. One of his those doors almost never work. I really hate them. Well, actually, those ones don't seem to be too bad, but he does like his pressure plate doors, and they're all absolutely hateful things. Right, let's close that. That door used to be there. He's moved his door. Oh, talk about confusing me. That... I don't even know what mod that is or how it works. That is something that's used for making slimes. It's a very elaborate setup for making slime. We've got our lovely little testificate forge over here, well labelled as a blacksmith, right? The church leads me to my favourite creation on this server. This is our fast travel network. I love our fast travel network. I'm so happy with this. So if we head through the portal, through the book, it acts as a portal to the Twilight Realm, which is wonderful and twilight and pretty and full of cool stuff. And I can hear a skeleton. Where's the skeleton? The Twilight Realm overworld is normally fairly safe. It's not too bad. I love these big trees because they are just naturally hollow and you can just build inside them like this. So then I've got all these books between different areas. Now, I should point out at this stage, I've recorded these videos in a slightly weird order. My second video I recorded before the first, so I will probably explain this again in the second video, because I know I already have. Basically, books only let you travel between dimensions. They can let you travel anywhere to anywhere as long as it's transdimensional, which is why the hub needs to be built in the Twilight to link all the overworld places. I could also do it in the Nether, but the Twilight's a little bit safer and a little bit prettier. However, if I wanted to link places in the Twilight, I would need to build an overworld or a Nether hub, and honestly, I'm leaning towards building a Nether hub just because why the hell not? It seems like a fun idea. So we've got, this is the village, that's the church I just came in from. Got a continent off to the northeast, which at one point I want to do a bit of cartography and sort of make maps of everywhere and name places, because that just sounds like fun. At the minute, it's just the northeast continent, which is uninhabited save for a few testificates. Got Honeycomb Isle is where I do all my bees. Meroka's house is my house, obviously. This is where I get my power from in the Nether, which I will put that book there in the next video, just to be chronologically confusing. And this is where I find this is my XP farm. I'll start with my house now. I'll show you some of the other bits that I built. So this is my house, and it's night. So let's light it up by going to sleep. And I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Right, so you want to see the outside. You want to see the outside, don't you? This is my floating island. At some point, we kind of Wolfblade kind of decided I want to build a floating island. I can't remember what the reasoning was. I think we'd been talking about him a little bit before. And I was like, that's a really cool idea. Did you ever play Skies of Arcadia? And he was like, no. I was like, well, it was this game about sky pirates, and the whole world was on floating islands, and it was really awesome, and it's one of my favorite games. And you know, what with the whole... Okay, you can't see me, but what with the whole pirate thing going on, you know... Oh, you got to see my house inadvertently there. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Da-da-da-da! One big B-Team stroke Lynch Inc. style Tudor steampunk tower house thing. It's cool, I like it. It's not original, no, I will grant you that much, but I'm I'm very happy with it. I do like it a lot. So there's still a few finishing touches that could be done to it, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. Now that is where I get my bluetricity from. Aside from being a really cool steampunk decoration, that powers a battery box inside, and I can't fly through the blades. I always do that. That powers a battery box, which is running all my blue electric stuff upstairs. This is where the magic happens. This is where everything happens. I was incredibly fortunate. Was it yesterday? I think it must have been yesterday. Yeah, I happened to find a portal gun in a chest. I was working on getting to the wither so I could craft my own one. And I just found one in a chest, and it was like, oh my god, luckiest day ever. It is the Peabody one, which means if anybody else makes a Peabody one, they can move my portals, which is problematic. The bacon and potato ones have their own unique portals, and you can make as many as you like, which are cool. But the blue and yellow guns, the portals are shared by all the guns. So it's kind of this weird combination of communal and multiplayer guns. If you want a multiplayer gun, it really needs to be bacon or potato. Oh well. So yeah, this is my machine room. Got a centrifuge for centrifuging honeycomb, squeezer for making the inordinate amounts of seed oil I kind of need, for putting in the carpenter to make all the bee-based things. I'm working on trying to build an alveary, but my god, that needs a lot of resources, an astonishing amount of resources. Got a pulverizer. People who have played Tekkit may be familiar with the macerator, which grinds up ores into dust to make multiple ores. The pulverizer is like better. It does the same thing. It does it, unless you've overclocked the macerator, it does it faster, generally speaking. And it has a 10% chance of making bonus ores, I think it is. So if you grind iron, you get bonus tin, I think, amongst other things. We've got the compressor, obviously, those are needed. I've got my liquid transposer and magma crucible, which you will see me install in the next video when I start setting up my power. This is all my storage, natch. This is kind of cool because you don't need much to run it. The igneous extruder is a cobble generator. It just doesn't take power. It just makes cobblestone as long as there's somewhere for the cobblestone to go. And then it doesn't even need power to pump it out. It just ejects it really into the pipe. So that goes straight into the recycler, which that's not supposed to be there. I think that's a bug. That's not supposed to connect to that thing. It wasn't connected yesterday, moreover. And then the recycler just pumps stuff straight up into the scrap chest, which is full. I found about half a chest makes one iridium plate, so there's 2 iridium plates worth up there, which is cool. So yeah, if we head down, yeah, let's head down. This is predominantly my Mistcraft room, sort of a library kind of thing going on here. I think it needs a little bit of work. It's kind of a bit ragtag all over the place at the minute. It needs needs to be a bit more coherent. So I've just got chest here with all my books in. I've got chest here with all my music collection in. Those are cool. Yes, Valve's still alive. Want to play that? I can't do that on camera. That's suspect there's licensing issues there. That is a jar of fireflies, because why not? They're not very pretty as an item, actually, for a jar of fireflies. I'm not sure. And then when you hit it, it's got a TNT texture. That's bizarre. Who knows? Who knows? Fireflies are cool. The jars of fireflies, maybe not so much. This is my writing desk. This is where all the Mistcraft magic happens. I can. I've been through Mistcraft plenty of times in the past. I'm sure I will do it again in the future. Just know that that's where everything gets written down. Down here is my Formcraft floor. Oh, my windmill's going a little bit faster. Is something using power? I don't know. Got my Valve radio there. That's not a Valve radio, it's a radio that plays Valve's music. This is something I'm researching at the minute, which is advanced golemancy. That's where I craft things in magic, and yeah, I got a bit of the old vanilla magic there as well. Got a little crafting thing down there, which is where I do a lot of the more advanced magic stuff. The table is just so big, I felt I needed it to be outside because it just takes up such a big chunk of a house. So this is the ground floor, which is a bit Spartan at the minute. That's been there since I moved in. This is my mass fabricator. This is where I make UU matter, which makes iridium, which makes me my awesome armor. But it takes a lot of power. This you will see in episode 2 as I install this. I used to have an old rickety system that was very, very inefficient and slow. This is like lightning fast, and I'm up to 10 million already, and these things are full, and this thing is full. I did a little bit of maths after I'd built it. Turns out that the entire system here, that combined with the stuff in there, combined with the stuff in there, the entire energy storage is 26 million EU between all this, because when I drain that, these just fill it up again, and when those empty, this just fills it up again. And as long as I've got a coin in the slot, you'll see how that works. This runs for 12 hours. So for 12 hours, any energy I use will just be instantaneously replenished from the nether. So that's my house. That's a quick tour of it all. What we have now, let's go back to the hub. This is cool. That is just cool. What to show you next? I'll show you my bees. Why not? Come look at my bees. This is where my bees products come out. Ooh, unweary drones. Right. So, Honeycomb Isle, named for obvious reasons. Again, borrowing designs from other people who've done stuff that I like. I can't even remember who did this one though. It's either Etho or Zisto. Not sure. Some mind crack type person built one of these on a floating island. So yeah, guess what? Mine's floating. Another floating island. I need to do at the bottom of this. The bottom of it's still just a bit. Yeah, looks like that. I need to make it look like. Come on, come into view. Go into view island. Can you load? It needs to look more like that, yeah. That's what I want the underside of the island to look like once I can be bothered to make it happen. This is where I get all my seeds from. This is where I vaguely tried to organize my bees. Over here I've got these three are the boggy line. Oh, that by the way, that is my not this one. Which one is it? This one. These are my favorite things ever. They are boggy bees. I just had to make them when I found them. They're boggy bee. If you don't know what boggy bee is, go and play Banjo-Kazooie, people. Go and play Banjo-Kazooie. It's a boggy bee. Boggy bee. Hooray. Ooh, ancient rocky dripping. What have I made here? Oh no! What? How have they devolved? These were ancient bees a moment ago. They turned back into rocky bees. Oh god, I've got some work to do there. Right, yeah, I've got all my different breeds. My very infertile steadfast bees. Boggy bee, boggy bee, marshy, and swampy. These are mostly my sort of vanilla basic bee line. We've got, yeah, cultivated and normal. Which one are they? Which one's that? That is water, river, and I'm trying to breed some ocean in here. Have I done it? River, common, cultivated. No, I didn't want a river. That needs rebreeding. That's totally failed. This is supposed to be an automated bee thing. It's getting a little bit dark. I have to go to bed in a moment. This is supposed to be an automated bee thing. It does work to an extent. It puts a queen and a drone back in so it breeds again. It does take all the materials, it does throw them all down here and it goes into that chest that I showed you inside. But excess drones just get spat out and I can't figure out how to make it not do that. These are apiarist pipes, so I've got any bees are supposed to go into the black, so all the bees are supposed to go there, and any item is supposed to go into the white, so items go out the top. They should just go in a loop. It should just bees go back in, items go out. It should be as simple as that. But for some reason it puts one drone in and then spits the rest of the drones out, and I don't know why it does that. And this is there because I started messing around trying to make it do strange things. These are my epic loot bees and breeding strains. And I've just got chests and chests full of these that need some sort of organizing or possibly turning into DNA, I don't know. I don't know how to turn them into DNA yet. I need the relevant machines and they're quite expensive or energy intensive at any rate. So I need a massive source of energy to be able to run them. That is a project for the very near future. So if we head back through my Twilight Hub, my other construct that, again, not totally original, I sort of, slightly original, slightly not, it's sort of, I keep coming up with these ideas that other people have had before, and okay, I did not know how to program a turtle. I had the idea, looked it up, turns out somebody else already did it for me, so I nicked some code from some guy. Turns out DocM nicked the same code from the same guy because I then watched DocM77's video and he used the exact same code. So this is my farm. Up top we have, if we head up the ladder, up top we have a naturally found pigman spawner because that's a thing that happens in this world. It's really dark. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I clicked disconnect instead of options. Wow. Yeah, I meant to turn up the brightness and ended up disconnecting from the server. So this is us. There's a pigman spawner up there, and then because the portal gun can pick up spawners without any trouble, I also grabbed a spider spawner. So now we've just got an infinite supply of pigmen and spiders down here. Noisy buggers, the whole lot of them. So the water's a little. The water could use a little bit of tidying up because some of the XP gets stuck over there. But for the most part, most of the XP ends up in these jars. And if you right-click them, they drop their XP. They can store 1000 XP, which I think equates to about 30 levels each. If you start tapping them at level 0 with no XP, they will give you 30 levels, which is cool. And then the little robot collects all their loots, which is a really good source of gold, by the way. Really good source of gold with the pigmen. And then when he's full, he turns to his left and dumps it all in there. You do need to be stood up in the little observation tower for it to be running, though, which is it's a shame. I would like it to be running constantly, basically, but the only way to activate a spawner, even with all the technology at our disposal, the only way to make a spawner run is to be stood within 16 blocks of it. That is literally it. That is the only solution. So if there's no player here, it will not run. So let's head back out. So I built this thing as a bloody chunk loading thing as well, which cost a lot of diamonds to make it into a chunk loader, and turns out it doesn't even. A, it's wasting server resources because the chunk doesn't need to be loaded, and B, it doesn't actually make the spawner work. So that was annoying on 2 respects. So I guess really what I need to do is build another one of them that doesn't have a chunk loader, just to minimize the load on the server so it's not constantly loading the farmer. It's probably not doing it much good. The nether generator you'll see me build in the next one. I don't need to show you that. And this is the next continent over. If you go across the ocean, you come out in a mini jungle with some forests over in the distance if they ever load, and some forests to the rear. Yeah, this is where all the fir trees must have come from. Honestly, someone must have come to this continent before me, I think, because it's just a fir sapling just turned up in one of the chests one day, and I started making trees from them, and suddenly we've got saplings forever. And trees everywhere, and it's just insane. We're overrun with fir trees now. I don't know who brought back the first fir tree, but they've got a lot to answer for. So there's not a lot built over in this continent yet. I would like to start doing something with it, but I feel like it needs a name first. I mean, to be fair, we haven't actually even named our own continent. I have fully been around it and explored it, but it hasn't been mapped. It needs mapping. I want to map it and name it. And then I can start moving on to mapping and naming lands afar. Wow, how have I've got melon seeds on me. Where did they come from? Where did I pick those up? So that concludes pretty much most of what's on the server. Wolfblade reckons he's got a tree farm on a floating island somewhere. I have never found it. He gave me the coordinates. I went there. There was nothing there. So I don't know where that is. Watch his video if you want to find that one out. He's doing a server tour, obviously. Yeah, so you've seen everything that's on offer here, or you will see it very soon in the case of the generator. So you want to head back to my house. You can have a quick look at the other islands, and then we'll call it there for a day, because I think I've been at this for a little while now. So let's run and a jump. Oi! I love these quantum leggings. Come on, into view. Server might want to restart. It's taking a little while to load things. So yeah, his initial plan was to build a farm over there and a sugarcane farm there, and this was just to be a connecting island, I think. This was his home island. I went to the trouble of building an arcane levitator to put down there so that he had a way to get up, which was cool. Hang on, I will go demonstrate that one. Ooh, they lift you 10 blocks per unit, so this is 40 blocks up into the air. I needed to build 4 of them to get someone up there. But it's cool, I really like it. Ooh. And unfortunately, he's just abandoned this to go live underground. I don't know what... we had this whole chain of floating islands idea, and I kept with it because I liked it, and he started building islands, and then he's just stopped halfway through this one. Which is a damn shame. I may just finish that island off for him just so that it's not... just so that these islands aren't completely half-cooked. So yeah, this is his old house up here, which didn't get used for very long. I wonder if he knows he's got these machines and glass fiber cable and stuff up here that... yeah, he's got stuff that's actually reasonably useful in here. I presume that's supposed to be some manner of table made out of microblocks. I've got these beams made out of microblocks, they're kind of cool. And a lamp. Nice. Very pretty. So that's the old islands. We do need to make more of them. We need more islands. We can never have too many floating islands hovering over the ocean. But it's a good start. That's what we've accomplished on this server in the last 6 weeks. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look around. Thanks for watching, and I shall hopefully see you with more Feed the Beast very soon. Yeah!